And, and with you doing that, a friend calls you up and says, hey, do you want to go to Costa Rica and go to a call center? Some people might find that exciting. Other people saying, well, that kind of sounds stupid. I've got a good job and I like in the US. So kind of, were you looking to leave the job and you wanted to do a new adventure? Your friend was really convincing, or, kind of how did you jump from, hey, I'll leave the job that I'm currently doing and move to Costa Rica and work or do a call center?
And that's an amazing question. And I guess each person has their own forced march and their own destiny, their own vision quest, as we say. This is what I did know, that when this opportunity crossed my desk, this 1 in a million chance, and it was just for 2 months. So I wasn't really losing I took a vacation, or I was prepared to lose that job and find another. But I knew that by testing these waters at 27 years old, before I had a family, before I had other responsibilities, I had my one last shot at it, to taste life, just before I get into the grind. And so there was a lot of naysayers and great believers, which you're bringing up. It wasn't me. It was my environment of the people that said no. But in essence, Devin, they just didn't KNOW enough about where my passion was going, or what my potential was. So I took this 1 in a million shot, and I knew what I was getting into. I was being a little selfish. I might have been disappointing some people that had predispositions for me, or they had certain opinions, or they wanted me to go a certain way. But this is what I did know. There's a certain thing in your heart and in your body that moves you in a direction. And I'm a firm believer, if it's with good faith and positive intentions, and if you could live with yourself, then I think your intuition is correct. And is it risk-taking? No, it's life-taking. And a lot of the times at the end, you try to explain the story because it looks so easy. But no, there was a lot of not dark moments, but lonely moments. Whereas the dreamer, you feel like you're alone because you're the only one supporting yourself. So if any opportunity comes, not just moving abroad as an expat, but if you have this situation, weigh the chances and the opportunities. And if your heart says go for it, then I say be a little afraid, but definitely take that first step forward and go for it.
So now you take that first step and say, hey, couple months, what's the worst that could happen? If it doesn't work out,